You see here, this is the starting of your object division, and here in this particular thing, you want to call it as a spoke, one of those requirements. Let me do it quickly. This is the name of the object, spoke. Yes, I did that. And if you see here, guys, I am in HRIS element division, and if you see left hand side, right now, this is just highlighted here. You can see this is the HRIS element. If you just click on that, you see all the different labels and the fields inside that particular object division is available to you. It is a quick way of navigation rather than scrolling down, right? You can just quickly navigate using these left hand side options as well. Let's say I want to go to, my intention is I have to find out where is this custom 01 field inside your division object. So you can see here, when I selected this thing, I came here to the custom string 8. So if I go a little bit up, or if I select here, I can go a little bit up very fast here. You can see here, this is the custom string 1. You can see here. So you'll slowly get to used to it, guys. But these are the simple ways how you can navigate, or how you can easily find out the place where you are supposed to change. Here, the custom 01, the custom string 1, they want to change it to aggregate function. So go to this and aggregate function, and if you remember, guys, you can see by default your custom fields visibility is set to none, which means that they are not showing on your screens. But my customer wants to use that. So and the thing that they're telling, yes, use it, and it's not required, and yes, it is going to be editable. Okay, if it is a editable, yes, go ahead and make it as both, and make sure that it's not required, false. Yeah, everything is fine, guys. The rest of those things are set to false. Everything is fine. You can see the label is agree. What's the label? Sorry, guys. Aggregate function. Okay. And those are the things, guys. One thing is, like, just remember this is visibility, guys. Whenever you are working on the custom fields, by default their visibility is set to none. And it is one of the important questions, guys, for your certification. What is the visibility, whether of your custom fields in your data models is, it is not going to be visible to the it is not going to be visible across your instance. The technical attribute visibility is set to none. Let me load this thing into the system, guys.
Raghu, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Raghu, so customer knows all these fields and objects?
No. Customer doesn't know. He will. You have to explain them that yes, this has been segregated into different objects, and so what are your information? What kind of information that you want to capture whenever you are going to create a company in your organization? That is the question that you have to ask them. Yes, then customer will tell that this is my current system, and this is the data that I am capturing in my legacy system as of today, and then try to map those fields to your data models and tell them that yes, this is what we have in your data models. Are you fine with these things? Or okay, do you want to enhance, or you don't want to go with the as is process, you want to enhance your process and you want to go with couple of additional fields? Yes, SuccessFactors is capable of doing that. And what are your additional fields that you want to capture during when you are creating a company in your organization? What are the technical attributes? How the system should behave when you are trying to create a company? Those kind of things you have to capture from the customer, Tasneem.
Okay, Raghu, yeah, there's the thing I would like to ask you. Like, how do we know, because like we are new, so how do we know that if the customer needs the aggregate function, so where we will find this object and this thing?
No, you have these data models with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the data model will give you, yes, these are the different fields available to you.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can ask that, yes, sir, do you have any custom field? See, this is what standard SuccessFactors. Provide the screen. Show this information. Yes, this is what standard SuccessFactors provided to you. But yes, behind the scenes, we can bring some more couple of fields here. We can change the technical attributes of these fields. Yes, how you want to capture your company in your organization. So that will answer your question. And you don't need to reveal all the technical attributes of the data model, but ask them what are the additional fields that you want to see.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay. So I loaded the data model. I'm not sure whether I loaded, guys.
Raghu, just a quick clarification.
Yeah.
Like let's say if you go to the user screens, you may be seeing only the legal entity, like just the code, but you are configuring the legal entity related a technical aspect. Let's say in FICO you are creating a company code.
Yeah.
There are a ton of different things like a chart of accounts and all
Yep.
those.
Yes.
So customer really doesn't care. On the user screen, you may not be seeing all those values, but this is like a inside, like a related to the original objects. You're trying to modify the like screen changes and all those things, right?
Yes. Correct, Ray.
Okay. But not necessarily if you when you're hiring a new employee, you may not be seeing all these values.
No. It's not at all required, right? But you are just telling that which company he belongs to. You are going to select the company name. But inside, behind the scenes, your company should be built up, right? Your company is nothing but a couple of fields data. So in order to create a company, you should have screen. And that screen is going to be built using these things. That is the reason I told you, right? You are creating a company. Front end, you are seeing company, but the company is nothing but couple of fields data. So where you are going to place this data is inside the structures, and how these structures are provided is like they are provided by your objects.
Yeah, I got it. Just want to clarify.
Yeah, correct. Your understanding is 100% correct.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Raghu, what was that question that you said, that visibility of the custom fields? Is that the question?
Yes. Your question with respect to what is the visibility, the default visibility of your custom fields in the data models. The default visibility of your custom fields in the data model is none.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay. And I just loaded this thing.
Do you want Raghu, we need to remember all these data models, what it comes from, like standard for the certification point of view?
I'm not able to follow your question. Sorry, can you repeat that?
We need to we have to remember all these data models, all those fields. Which
No. Not fields. Yes, you don't need to remember the fields names. You just remember any field, it has some technical attributes, right? What are the possible technical attributes? What are their possible values? And what are the different important objects? Like your legal entity is one of the important, your business unit is one of the important object, your division, department, your pay grade, and when you talk about your employment objects, right? What are the different things that are important? So those things you have to remember, guys. It's not like each and every field you are not supposed to remember. It's not at all required, guys. Does it answer your question?
Okay, yeah.
Sure. What I'm going to do is, with respect to these things, I am not going to work on all these things, guys. So I showed you, right, how to work, how to start, how to read this configuration workbook, how to start your configuration. I recommend you to go ahead and work on each of this entity or the object. And once you finish working, updating your data model, send that to me, guys. I'll load into the system and you can verify your changes on the instance. Okay. And let me show you these things. You can see so far the things that we worked on is nothing related to country specific. They are across the board, irrespective of the country or location, you are doing these changes. So an employee in US will see the same screen, an employee in India will see the same screen, and the same is going to be for the any other employee. So I'll show you another requirement where you will be able to see the country specific things. And then after that, I'll move on to something called as associations, which is nothing but your relationships. So quickly verify these things. Manage organization. If you go to your legal entity, sorry guys, your wheel. What is that we changed, guys? The custom string, no. So we changed the division, right? It's not legal entity. You see here the division. Division, the custom 01 is changed to aggregate function. So you have to go to the division, guys. Division changed to spoke. You can see here, spoke is available here. Click on spoke, and now you can see aggregate function. So this is how you are going to build your custom fields, guys. So I just want to show you the different flavors of your configuration, adding couple of custom fields, changing the existing fields attribute, removing the existing fields, and making some fields as mandatory. So those kind of things I want to show you guys. The object name changes. I want to address all those things across this spectrum so that any requirement is going to fall in this category, but they might be spanning across different objects. But the way how you configure that is going to be the same way, guys. Okay, and let me go to another thing which is dependent on country, so that give me a second, guys. Let me find out things specific to the country. No. Forget about associations at this moment, guys. I'll talk about your associations probably in the next session, but let me open the other data model. Give me a second, guys.
Raghu, is there a document which can give like an outline of which objects are in which data models so that we have easier way of referencing them?
There is no right away document which specifies or gives
Like
that
an
information, motion.
Like a shortcut index, because
No. You don't have straight away such kind of table or something, but it's all like scattered across the documentation. You have to read the complete documentation, then you will be able to understand that motion.
okay.
Oh, where is the country specific things? Okay, yeah, I got it here. Let me show. Okay, if you go to your location, you can see here the location object. Forget about these requirements, guys, which are not country specific. And you see here, if you scroll down a little bit down, you see there are something specific to USA. USA, they are not asking any changes here. Nothing has been highlighted in header, but you can see here for France. So when you are capturing the location and for the country France, you see here this is what their specific requirement. Let me see what is there in the standard configuration and what are the changes that they are asking. We will correlate those things and we'll do the required configuration changes, guys. Let me go to the location. You can see here location, select the location object, and right now if you go to location and country is France. And you see the moment you are trying to create a location for countries France, you see address line 1, address line 2, extra address line, city, department, postal code. These are the things that you are seeing on the screen. By standard, you are able to see all those things. Let me close this. Excuse me, guys, sorry. You see here, if you correlate this side by side, address 1, address 2, address 3, postal code, all these things are there. Out of these things, you see here, address line 1 is not mandatory on the standard screen. You see here? And yes, my customer wants to go with that. And you see, they don't want to go with the address to line. You see here? This is the one, 40 line.